Before we begin, let me introduce you to the inspiration behind this video. This is my wife, Kayla Hubbard, and as you can see, we're expecting our third child any day now. Kayla also helps me with H2 Minutes, and she does all of our editing for our videos. Obviously, this is a busy and crazy time in our family's life. So, because of that, we'll keep this video brief and just give you a summary of these results from these studies on H2 and pregnancy. As always, we will link these specific studies in the description. So if you want to read further into it, we got you covered. So one of the benefits of H2 for pregnancy is with preeclampsia. Preeclampsia is a potentially dangerous complication with pregnancy. It is generally characterized by high blood pressure and can cause serious problems for the mother and baby. In this study, the intake of H2 actually decreased the severity of preeclampsia. This effect is said to be attributed to H2 reducing inflammation and oxidative stress. The study concluded that hydrogen can be an effective antioxidant for the management of preeclampsia. Speaking of antioxidants, this study compared hydrogen and other antioxidants on the effect of placenta function. It concluded that high levels of vitamin C and E can have detrimental effects on the placental function and immunity. But hydrogen did not exhibit those effects, which again is an indicator for the potential of hydrogen for preeclampsia. This study takes it even further. It shows hydrogen decreases ischemia-induced hypertension, oxidative stress, and angiogenic imbalances in the placenta. According to the study, the results indicate that H2 has the potential to prevent preeclampsia. This next study is about the effects of hydrogen on the inflammation of the uterus. It mentions that H2 administration resulted in higher progesterone levels, which is an important hormone for preventing miscarriage or premature birth. The results suggest that inflammation-induced changes in the uterus may be improved through maternal H2 administration. It also claims that H2 may be an effective strategy for the suppression of inflammation during premature labor. Prenatal inflammation of the uterus is related to fetal brain injury according to the next study. This injury is associated with high rates of long-term health disability and even death in children. Some key points of the study was that they administered the hydrogen by giving the mother hydrogen water. H2 reduced the expression of pro-inflammatory cytokines and oxidative damage in the fetal brain. So by the mother drinking hydrogen water, the hydrogen was able to reach and induce benefits for the baby. Crazy, right? The results suggest that hydrogen holds promise for the prevention of inflammation related to perinatal brain injury. The next study also deals with inflammation of the uterus and the effects on the fetus. However, with this one, they administered the hydrogen before they induced inflammation. The results were that H2 intake by the mother ameliorated cell death, oxidative damage, and inflammation in the brain of the fetus, thus suggesting that prenatal H2 administration might protect the premature brain against maternal inflammation. Here's an interesting study about the administration of hydrogen on the developing fetal brain. This one is about the damage to the hippocampus of the fetus after ischemia reperfusion injury. Here are some of the main points. First, they observed a significant increase in H2 in the placenta after the mother drank hydrogen water, which tells us that H2 can cross the placenta barrier. Also, in the presence of H2, there was less oxidative damage to the placenta after the injury. The ischemia reperfusion group without hydrogen showed neonatal growth retardation, but this issue was alleviated with H2 administration. 8-week-old offsprings also showed improved memory with H2 administration. Overall, the results support the idea that H2 intake by the mother helps prevent hippocampal impairment of the offspring induced by ischemia reperfusion during pregnancy. And last, we'll look at this study, where the researchers induced an effect during pregnancy that led to deficits in short-term memory and social interaction of the offspring. However, H2 administration by the mother during the pregnancy markedly attenuated these abnormalities. These findings indicate that maternal H2 administration exerts neuroprotective effects for the offspring and ameliorates neurodevelopmental deficits of the offspring in later life. Well, that was a quick glimpse of the research for hydrogen on pregnancy. There are many more angles that we could dive into on this topic, but for now, this is the current research specifically addressing pregnancy. It is possible for a more in-depth video about this in the future. Until then, be sure to hit me up with any additional questions. But for now, I got work to do. And it looks like this. This little guy told me to tell you to like and subscribe to our channel. Well, since my hands are full, I'm gonna need a little help with this last part. Ready, boys?
That's your dose of H2 in 2 minutes.